may have heard the term house hacking before, and we've actually done some videos on it in the past and explained what it is. Today, I want to dive in and tell you exactly why now is the best possible time to dive into house hacking, who it's for, what it is. So let's talk all things house hacking today. Hey guys, I'm Andrew Lewis, real estate investor and entrepreneur with over 10 years experience building and growing a real estate team and investing in real estate. Before we jump into today's video, make sure you hit that like button, leave us a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. I'm here to help you break out of the 9-to-5, gain financial freedom, and grow your wealth through real estate. So for those who aren't familiar, let's start off talking about what is house hacking. It's a simple concept. It is basically buying a residence that you yourself are going to live in as your primary home, and then renting out rooms, building an additional dwelling unit on the property, converting a garage, doing whatever it takes to be able to rent out parts of that space so that you can live there and basically reduce your overall costs. This is a great method that you can use to get your feet wet into real estate investing, or simply just to save money on a monthly basis. It takes a payment of, maybe your house payment's $3,000 a month, but you can recoup half that by renting out a few of those rooms. And now you're living in a much larger house for $1,500 a month, and it's appreciating on a much faster scale. So it's a great hack, house hacking, to allow you to buy something, start renting it out, and keep your cost of living much less expensive than it would be if you were trying to make that payment all on your own. So let's break down, who is house hacking actually for? Well, anybody can actually do it. As I said, it's a pretty simple process. Buy a house, rent out some rooms, buy a multifamily property and rent out the other units, build a property and rent out some of the space there. So really anybody can get into it, but there's a few categories of people that tend to find this a pretty attractive method to go after. And so the first and foremost is basically just somebody that's trying to reduce their monthly living expenses. So you buy a home and you've got your monthly payment, you rent out some of that space, and you've reduced your monthly expenses. It keeps things cheap for you on a monthly basis. This could be for somebody that's got a ton of student loan debt and they just say, hey, I'm gonna live a little uncomfortably for a few years so I can pay off that student loan debt rather than paying it all to this home. It could also be for somebody that is basically just trying to save up a ton of money to go make a big purchase, or somebody that's starting a business, or anybody that's really looking to cut those expenses down on a monthly basis. I don't recommend that you do this method just so you can go to Starbucks more and eat out more and have tons of brunches. You should be saving this money and actually spending it on something, because as I said, it is a little uncomfortable, if I'm being honest. You've got people living in your space, you've got roommates and tenants and all that kind of stuff to worry about. So it's a different form of living. So those that are dedicated to keeping those monthly expenses low and have some sort of motivation to pay something off or to save up for something in the future, this is a great hack. This method is also great for somebody that is looking to get started into the real estate investing space. This technically introduces it to you, and you get the opportunity to deal with tenants and deal with personalities and collect rent and do all of those pieces and make repairs and all of that. But at the same time, it also allows you to save up. So this could be your first step, saying, hey, I'm gonna buy a primary home. I'm gonna live here, keep those bills inexpensive, and save up to go buy more rental properties. If you are truly committed to breaking out of the 9-to-5, gaining financial freedom, growing wealth through real estate, you have a great start with house hacking. If you are young, get into this. Buy a home. I tell people all the time, the first step to building wealth in your life, regardless of your life stage, buy a home. I promise you it will pay dividends in the future. You're simply lighting money on fire by renting. So get into it, buy that home, and this can help you fund your future real estate investments. So a great place for first-time investors as well. This is also just a great fit for somebody who is young and just starting out in life. You get to make a purchase probably sooner than the rest of your friends the same age as you, and you get to start building your wealth early. You don't have family concerns and cares and all of those pieces that come along and would make house hacking and renting out rooms even more complicated. So people that are young, just starting things out, it's great. All you need is one room, right? So instead of renting a one-room apartment or a studio apartment, why not buy a property and start renting out those rooms and making some additional income off of it? So those are some of the main categories, some of the people that benefit the most from house hacking. Obviously, it fits everybody from all ages and colors and all of that. Everybody can do it, but there are a few people that it really aligns with really well, and you just have to make that decision for you if that aligns with your lifestyle and if you're willing to live uncomfortably for just a little bit to start to earn some additional income to get your real estate investing journey up and running. So now let's talk why now for house hacking. The reality is our real estate market is more expensive than ever. Even with the post-pandemic slide back we've seen in prices, the market is rebounding strongly and home prices are at all-time highs and will continue to grow that way. I say it all the time, home prices are going to appreciate 5% on average every single year, so you can always count on that growth. It's getting more and more expensive to buy a home. So for some, that means that they won't even buy a home. They realize that their monthly payment may go up $500 to $1,000 when it comes from renting to actually owning a home. And so that holds them back, and that $1,000 deficit stops them from ever owning a home and earning any sort of appreciation and earning any sort of equity. And so house hacking allows you to now go in and afford something maybe you couldn't, or with your budget you weren't willing to give up that $1,000 a month, and actually get into the real estate game. You just have to get your foot in the door with real estate, and it will give you a path towards wealth and help you continue to grow. So if you are out there thinking, I would love to buy a home, but it's way too expensive out there right now, house hacking is a great option. It gets you in there before prices continue to go up. I promise you, it's only gonna get more expensive from here. We've seen it historically. So get in as soon as you can and use some roommates to leverage that payment. And as we continue to see home prices go up, it is going to get more and more difficult for first-time homebuyers to ever get into the real estate market. And for those that can't think outside of the box, they're going to be stuck renting forever from people like us who buy real estate investment properties and have found ways to make that happen. So you have to be creative. House hacking is an amazing way to get past high interest rates, high home prices, all of those pieces, because guess what? Rents are high too. So why not take on that payment? Yes, there's some risk involved with that payment for you with tenants, but your lender is gonna make sure that you're qualified, so you can't buy something you're not qualified for. You buy that home and then rent the rest of it out and keep your expenses low, and you've taken this step to home ownership that many of your colleagues and your friends and your coworkers have not been able to do. And as prices and things continue to move forward and inflation, they're not gonna be able to get into the game. So the longer they wait, the longer you wait, the harder it's going to be. So house hacking is the perfect tool for you right now to get into this real estate market and start earning 5% a year appreciation, start collecting some rent, start using that money to invest in other rental properties and other forms of investing. Put some of that money into crypto and stocks and start to just grow your wealth. But sitting there and renting and doing nothing about it is doing nothing for your wallet and for your future. So dive into house hacking. Now is an amazing time to make that happen. That's it for our breakdown on house hacking, who it's for, and why now is the best time to make that happen. I hope you found this helpful. I hope it pushes you over the edge to just get out there and start considering it as an option to get into the real estate investing journey. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit that like button, leave us a comment below with any questions you might have about house hacking, and be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. I am here to help you break out of the 9 to 5, gain financial freedom, and grow your wealth through real estate. We'll see you next time.